morning, children. In previous class, we have completed covalent bond formation and how many types of covalent bonds will exist. Today we are here to study about one more topic. The topic is VSEPR theory. What does it mean? It means valency shell electron pair repulsion theory. Valency shell electron pair repulsion theory. What does this theory explain? This theory explains about one concept called as bond angle between atoms of elements or group of atoms of elements with central atom. There will be one central atom. Around that central atom, bond angle will be get formed there itself with the different atoms. That concept will be explained by this particular theory. The theory is called as valency shell electron pair repulsion theory. First of all, come to this particular theory. This theory is proposed in 1940. In 1940, this theory was proposed first by two different chemists. Their names are called as Sedgwick as well as Powell. Later on, this theory is improvised. It was improved to some extent by adding some additional important points. In the year 1957, this theory was again improvised by two different chemists. Their names are called as Gillespie as well as Nino. So in this particular way, valency shell electron pair repulsion theory came into exist. This theory has some important points. VSEPR has some important points. First important point, what does it mean? It means nothing but what? The electrons which are existing in valency shells. The electrons which are existing in valency shells are responsible to form a covalent bond. To form a covalent bond, valency shell electrons will play a vital role. Next thing is what? They will also consisting of some pair electrons. We call them as lone pair electrons. If there are existing, the central atom exists lone pair of electron. What does it will do? It will repel one another. It repels one another. With a bond, with covalent bond, what else the bond will be get formed? The covalent bond will be having one pair. That pair is called as bond pair. With the bond pair, this lone pair will be repel one another. Due to that repulsion, what happens there? It attains specific shape. How it will attain? Example, let me come to the example here. I have drawn a molecule called as ammonia. If you go for electronic configuration of nitrogen, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3, valency shell consisting of 5 electrons. Within that 2s2 shell will have a paired electron. That paired electron is called as lone pair here. Remaining 3 electrons, px, py, pz are unpaired electrons. Those unpaired electrons again overlapping with hydrogen molecule, contributing an electron with hydrogen atom and forming 3 covalent bonds. The formation of these 3 covalent bonds can be called as nothing but what? Bond pair. Therefore, with bond pair as well as with lone pair, it is also electron pair, but this electron pair is called as a lone pair. This electron electron pair is called as bonded pair. So what happens there between these two things? A repulsive force will be existing. Between lone pair and bonded pair, repulsive force. Between bonded pair and bonded pair, repulsive force. Between bonded pair and bonded pair, repulsive force. Due to that repulsive force, it is attaining a specific shape. Specific shape of a molecule can be get formed. That explains first point. Coming to second point. Total number of, second point is what? Total number of electrons in valency shell will give us covalent bonds as well as lone pairs. How many number of electrons are existing in valency shell will represent clearly what? How many covalent bonds have been get formed as well as how many lone pairs are existing. Covalent bond formation is nothing but what? Bonded pair. Already we have seen here. Bonded pairs as well as lone pairs together will give us total number of electrons in valency shell. These bonded pair as well as lone pair, around one atom it is existing. This is nitrogen atom, which we can call it as what? Central atom. Around this central atom, these lone pairs as well as bonded pairs will be arranged in such a way that they give one specific shape. They give one specific shape. That specific shape will be nothing but that, but the point is explaining by second one that is. Okay children, coming to third point. Third point is having had a lot of explanation there itself. If you go for a molecule, ammonia molecule here, to form an ammonia molecule, lone pair as well as bonded pair electrons are playing a vital role. What does third point explain? Lone pairs around the central atom. What is called a central atom? Already we have seen clearly that nitrogen N itself is called as a central atom. Around that central atom, if lone pairs are existing, then they occupy more space. See here how much space it is occupying here. This total we can call it as nothing but what? Space occupied by lone pair. Lone pair will occupy more space around this particular bonded pairs. Coming to what is called as lone pair. Lone pairs are nothing but what? Unshared electron pairs we can call it. They are not shared by any other atom. They will be existing within that particular, they are linked with the central atom only. Or non-bonding pair also we can call them. Coming to lone pairs. Lone pairs are nothing but what? They are attracted by central atom only. Central atom of nuclei only they are attracted. They are not attracted by hydrogen nuclei. Hydrogen nuclei, only they are attracted by central atom nuclei. When it comes to bonded pair here, bonded pairs are attracted by central atom nuclei as well as hydrogen atom nuclei. So, these lone pairs, as they are creating a lot of space by means of one force. What is that force? A repulsive force around this particular bonded pair also. In between these two bonded pair also, there will be consisting of repulsive force. But that repulsive force will be lesser than that particular of lone pair. If lone pair repulsive force is greater and bonded pair repulsive force is lesser, then what happens there? The actual shape of the molecule will be get distorted. Means what? Will be get changed and attain a new shape with a different bond angle. That was the concept. That is the concept which will explain within this third point. As it is attaining different shape, what does it mean? The bond angle between the bonded pair, the force of repulsion between bonded pair is decreasing, force of lone pair acting upon bonded pair is increasing. Due to that reason, what happened there itself, actual shape of the molecule will be there, it can be get disturbed or it can be get changed and form a new shape of the molecule. Coming to fourth point. Fourth point are having three different points. Within the three different points, first two points we can give it as nothing but by first two points, one molecules will form. Those molecules are called as deficient molecules. What are called as a deficient molecule? I will explain later on. After explaining these 2 points, I will explain about deficient molecule. First of all, coming to first point. If there are only 2 bonded pairs around central atom, without lone pair, there is no lone pair also. No lone pair is there, only 2 bonded pair. This is one bond pair, this is one bond pair. Best example for that one is what? We can give it as beryllium chloride molecule. Beryllium chloride molecule is the best example. So it is having one bond pair, it is having another bond pair, such that the bond pair angle will be equal to 180 degrees, as they are not having no lone pair. No lone pair is existing, then the bond angle between those 2 bonded pairs will be equal to 180 degrees. And the shape of the molecule, if we shake it up, shape of the molecule will be there as a linear or straight line also we can give it up. That is first point. And coming to beryllium electronic configuration, we know clearly beryllium electronic configuration, atomic number is 4, 1s2, 2s2 only, 2s1, 2px1, and it is having 4 electrons. So what happened? That 2s2, 2px1, 2s1 as well as 2px1. Here one electron will be get shared and here one electron. 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons are existing. 4 plus 2, 4 electrons are existing. Therefore, as it is not having 8 electrons in valency shell, we call this particular molecule as deficient molecule. Coming to next point, what is that one? If there are existing 3 bond pairs, by that 3 bond pairs, what happened? 3 covalent bonds are formed, and there is not existing any lone pair. Without lone pair is existing, that there is no existing of any lone pair. Then how many bonds will be formed here? 1, 2, 3 bonds will be formed, such that the bond angle between these 3 bonded pair will be equal to 120 degrees. And the shape of the molecule is called as trigonal planar shape. Here also boron is having 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 electrons are existing. It is also having 2 electrons less. When it comes to beryllium chloride, it is having 4 electrons there itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 electrons as well as 6 electrons. Deficiency of octet configuration. Here it is having 4 electrons less. Here it is having what electron there itself we can call it 6 electron, 2 electrons less. Therefore, the molecules which when they are not existing octet configuration and having less of the particular electrons, and all electrons have been participating in bond formation, and there is no existence of any electron, unpaired electron, we'll call that particular molecules as deficient molecules. These are the 2 points of this particular concept. Okay, children, next 4th point. In 4th point already we have discussed 2 points. Coming to 3rd point. What does 3rd point indicates? If there are 3 covalent bonds, or if there are 4 covalent bonds, it means 4 bonded pairs of electrons are existing, and there is no existence of any lone pair. No possibility of existing any lone pair of electrons around the central atom. Then that particular bonded pair will be get separated with an angle of 109 degrees 28 minutes. And the shape of the molecule is called as tetrahedron shape. See, the best example for that one is methane molecule, whose formula is CH4. If you go for carbon atom, 4 electrons are there, unpaired electrons, and those 4 electrons are shared by 4 hydrogen atoms and form 4 covalent bonds. Means 4 bonded pairs are existing. There is no possibility of existing any lone pair of electron. At that particular time, what is the bond angle? We found that bond angle is 109.28 minutes, and the shape of the molecule is called as tetrahedral shape. Coming to fourth point there itself. Within this particular molecule, best example is what? Ammonia molecule here. Only 3 pairs of bonded pairs are there and 1 lone pair is existing. See here, this is lone pair. 1, 2, 3. 3 bonded pairs are existing. At that time, these lone pair will be applying more repulsive force on these bonded pairs and occupy more space around the central atom of the nuclei. Due to that reason, the actual shape has been what way? With this angle of 109.28 minutes, shape has been get reduced. Bond angle between bonded pairs has been get reduced, and a new bond angle we got, that is 107.48 minutes. And this molecule is attaining a new shape. That shape is called as trigonal bipyramidal shape. Trigonal bipyramidal shape, as it is having 1 lone pair, shape has been get changed. From tetrahedral shape, it attained trigonal bipyramidal. Bond angle from 109.28 minutes to 107.48 minutes. Coming to next one, that is what? Fifth point. What does the particular point gives out? If there are 2 bonded pairs and 2 lone pairs. See here, this is 1 lone pair, this is 1 lone pair. This is 1 bonded pair, this is 1 bonded pair. Then 1 lone pair has been getting increased. So more repulsive force will be acting around the nuclei of central atom. Due to that reason, the bond angle will be decreases. The bonded pair, the force of repulsion, the bond angle between the central atom, hydrogen, oxygen and hydrogen will be gradually reduces. From 107 degrees, it will decrease to 104 degrees, 31 minutes. Due to that reason, it is attaining a new shape. That shape is called as V-shaped molecule. Best example is water molecule. We can give it up. What does it mean? This VSEPR theory explains about bond angle. What is meant by bond angle here? This is central atom, you take it up. This is another atom, you take it up. This is another atom, you take it up. By drawing 2 imaginary lines, I have drawn 2 imaginary lines, such that those 2 imaginary lines are passing from center of the nuclei of bonded atom of element with central atom. Similarly, bonded element of atom with central atom, through the nucleus 2 lines are passing. As they are passing 2 lines, an angle has been get formed by these 2 imaginary lines which are passing from center of the nuclei. That particular angle is called as bond angle. Coming to drawback, this VSEPR theory is also having certain drawbacks. 2 drawbacks are there. First drawback is, it did not explain clearly about strength of bond. How much strength does a bond exist? It is forming a bonded pair here we got it, but how much strength does a particular bond is existing could not be given clear explanation. Why? As this concept is dealing about Lewis dot structure formation of covalent bond only. As we are considering Lewis dot structure formation of covalent bond, it could not given strength of the bond there itself. Coming to second point, it could not give a more explanation about electronic nature of covalent bond. Electronic nature of covalent bond, how an electron plays a role, more information. It could not give a clear explanation. So, to overcome these 2 drawbacks, one more theory came into existence. The theory is called as valency bond theory, which is proposed by Pauling. Tomorrow we will discuss about the particular valency bond theory. By this, we have completed our concept called as valency shell electron pair repulsion theory. From this theory, what would be the worksheet for us? Directly you may ask question for 4 marks of write the important points of valency bond theory. Or individually, from the 4th point, he can segregate 4th point into 5 different blocks. If there is a 2 covalent bond individually for 2 marks, for 1 mark, he can segregate 4th point. 5 points are there. Those 5 points he can ask individually for 2 marks or 1 mark. And next one is what? Bond angle definition. Directly he may ask for 1 mark. And 2 marks, one more thing is what? Drawbacks of VSEPR theory. What are the drawbacks of valency shell electron pair repulsion theory? 2 marks question you can ask it up. So children, try to concentrate on this particular topic. Worksheet also prepare directly for 4 marks you can ask. Individually, each point can be asked for 1 mark or 2 marks. Or drawbacks of VSPRT, he can also ask for 2 marks. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll continue our class with the valency bond theory.